Guys, there are a couple of charts unfolding right now in front of our eyes that a lot of people are not paying attention to, but these are actually some of the most important charts to keep watching right now, because this gives us a clue as what the next major move in not only Bitcoin but also traditional markets are going to be. So guys, make sure to stick around from the beginning until the end. I will walk you through these very important charts, what they mean and how you can prepare for it, and most importantly make money from it. So welcome back everybody, my name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let's kick it off here on the 4-hourly time frame, and what we can see, Bitcoin still being rejected off of this key level of resistance right here at the orange box. But what we can also see, guys, is that we are having a little bit of a downtrend, a very clear downtrend right here. So this is something to be on the lookout for right now. If we can manage to break through this downtrend, that is a good thing. Of course, maybe we can have another pop, another try to break or to just test this level again. But guys, my go-to case is still the same. I'm still thinking that we could see, lower prices from here. And at that point, 26,500, I will be loading up just like and we could load up here also at the orange box at 24,500. So this is still my go-to case, that we're gonna have a little bit of a breather here, a little bit of consolidation in between, let's say, this range, until we finally start to come up here and test this again and then finally break through it. So for everyone who are waiting for us to break through this level right now in the next few days or so, I do not think that that is going to happen, but we are going to do it eventually, but the timing right now is not right. And this is, of course, something you already know. This has been my go-to case. Ever since we started to break this bold orange line here, I was saying, hey, be careful, guys. Okay, we could have one final push here, but that is going to stop here at the edge of my orange box. And this is what basically has been unfolding here. Now, this volatility is still nice, going up, going down here. The bots are still doing a fantastic job. We are still making money. But for a directional long here, I would be careful entering that at this current state. But support level at 26,460 and the orange box here at 24,300. These are the two most imminent levels I am watching and going to be loading up in. Also looking at the daily time frame, we've been talking about this here, and yes, we did have a clear rejection of this level as well yesterday on the daily time frame. So this is also something that is pushing down the Bitcoin price right now. For the traditional markets, we did see a little bit towards the end of yesterday when the traditional markets closed, we did see a little bit of a pump. So this price action right here is a little bit bullish. At least you can see that this candle is a bullish candle. We are above the previous swing high right here from the previous bounce. So the next level for traditional markets is, of course, this area right here. But this is a level in general we want to hold. This is a key level for traditional markets, which I was talking about yesterday also, that, we do not really want us to close below this level. We want us to stay above this. And we managed to just barely do that towards the end of yesterday, did see a rally. So that's good to see for traditional markets. Now, before we talk about some of the most important charts to be on the lookout for right now, quick updates on the bots. Still doing a good job. Never mind these two experimental bots up here. These two I'm just experimenting with right now on the Ethereum bots, but the Bitcoin bots still at big profit. So the one thing we do not want to see for the bots, as you know, I was talking about this previously, we do not want to see a straight, dump like this. This is a disaster for the bots because it doesn't give them the opportunity to take profit on the bounces. But to see Bitcoin go down in a straight line like this is actually pretty rare. Usually within a downtrend, we usually do see some bounces. So that is the optimal conditions for the bots. But we will see, guys. We will see. So far, so good. And of course, if you want to join my main bot right here, you do have the exact settings in the description. So the only thing you need is an OKX account, which you can get by signing up with this link right here. Also able to claim up to $50,000 time-limited bonuses if you use this link right here. Once you have that account, you can continue scrolling down and you got my bot settings right here. Just one-click setup. Click this one when you have already created the account and you're logged into the account. Then you click this link and it is going to set up the exact settings. and you can go from there. But make sure to also watch my video here on the bots to also know about everything with the dangers and what you need to know in order to make money using these bots. Now, some of the most important charts to watch right now is the credit default swaps for major banks, because this banking crisis is not over right now. So what are we looking at right now? We're looking at the credit default swaps for Charles Schwab, which is a massive bank. Of course, you can see this has shot up through the roof here recently. And more importantly, Deutsche Bank. You can see that Deutsche Bank credit default swaps have gone up from 100 here up to 500 in no time, basically. And what is a credit default swap? Well, as you know, we usually talk about government bonds, okay? Government bonds basically meaning you give the US government money, you give them $100, they issue a bond for you, okay? They issue a bond and you are able to get some yield, a yearly yield on that money. So that's good. With the US government, it's much safer, but also companies can issue these bonds. They have higher interest rates because they need money. They issue bonds, they have higher yield. But what if the bank was going to go bankrupt? Let's say Silicon Valley Bank, it went bankrupt, it got liquidated and so on. What happened with the people who were buying the bonds from Silicon Valley Bank? Well, they expired worthless. Basically, everyone who bought those bonds, they lost all of their money. So what can you do in that case? Well, what you can do is you can issue a credit default swap. Basically, it's an insurance against the bank going bankrupt and you losing all your money if you have invested into the bond. Now, the fact that these are shooting up like crazy means the market thinks that there's actually a very likely chance that these massive banks could go bankrupt. You can see, just like this one, it's been shooting up like crazy into the sky here, meaning people are very concerned about their bonds with Deutsche Bank. They're concerned that Deutsche Bank is going to go bankrupt and that their bonds that they've been buying are going to be worthless and they're going to lose all of that money. So they buy these insurances. So this is how it works. And the market is basically telling us, hey, stay cautious about these banks. And this is something we need to continue to watch because this banking crisis is far from over. And you watched my video yesterday, you saw that the amount of withdrawals from banks we've seen recently is actually at the same level we saw in 2008. So we need to be very careful about this. We need to understand that yes, we could see another pretty massive drop if you have another black swan event with these banks. Of course, this is what Bitcoin was created for. And this is also why you see the number of addresses increasing for Bitcoin right here. You can see the number of addresses holding Bitcoin have been shooting up through the sky here in 2023. So this is massive. So why would Bitcoin take a short-term hit if we see the banking crisis continue? Well, because people will be selling everything they have to buy the necessary goods for everyday life. This is why if you see a massive banking collapse, you will see Bitcoin go down, but Bitcoin will then, once things hopefully start to stabilize, Bitcoin will be the best gainer. Like people are starting to, and I'm not saying that it's a bad idea to buy Bitcoin for your spot position right now, but I'm just saying that if the banking system collapses, that is the go-to case for Bitcoin to finally get that massive mainstream adoption which we are looking for. And this is painting a good picture. This is a good sign at least. Also, the shares, of course, for these banks, Deutsche Bank in particular, have gone down 27% since March 8th. So also the stocks are taking a beating, which is of course also concerning for the companies here. Now, the asset managers, the smart money, I showed you this a couple of days ago. They were adding to their shorts. They have continued to add to their shorts. So the smart money asset managers, they are expecting a little bit more of a pullback right here. So this also goes in line with us being rejected off of my orange box, being rejected off of this trend line here on the daily time frame. And maybe we're going to have a juicy chance to buy some Bitcoin here at 26,400, 24,400 as well. So this is my go-to case. Should we come down here, I am loading up. If we are not going to come down here, well, that's absolutely fine as well. My bots are still, making profit on the sideways movement and on that volatility within the sideways movements. So that's what I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.